come around, yeah.
Don't you love when I come around? Somebody fill you up, then I take it down. Don't you love when I come around?
Babe, if you're new here, Chale means friend in Ghana. Make sure to like and subscribe. Now let's have a good time. If you are interested in receiving a free wig from my business, my hairline, go ahead and check the details down in the description box below. Everything will be there that you need to know. And yeah, this video is pharmacy school, like tips and advice. Now, typically, it was just gonna be like a video where we basically just talk about, you know, make sure that you study, make sure that you're going to class, da-da-da-da. But I kind of wanted to make this a little bit more than that and just more relatable, because we all know that life is hard. We all know like what to do in school. If you're coming to this video, you probably already have a lot of experience with school and stuff. And what no one really talks about is the rough patches that come about when life starts to life, and then you got an exam the next day, or you have a quiz, or you have homework, or you just have these like big commitments to where you don't really have the time to necessarily do that self-care and grieving, whatever it may be. So I kind of want to make this just a little bit more relatable. And yeah, let's get into it. So 10 things that I wish I knew when I started pharmacy school. I am fortunate. I had a lot of mentorship, I would say, so I wasn't going in completely blind. However, things do come up, and here's what I want to share with you now. So first things first, class time. This is what the most generic advice I'm gonna give regarding class and everything. Now, they ain't tell me do this, but it's how I do it. For class time, go ahead and use that time to catch up on emails, use that time to study, optimize that time, because you can multitask. And when you multitask, you'll be able to get more done in less amount of time, versus spending all that time in class just sitting there. If you're not taking notes, then what are you doing? You know, sitting there, you have homework that's due, you have an exam coming up. There's a lot of things that are pressing, and the commitment to those things are high. And so class time is a perfect time to go sit there, get your water jug, have your stuff out, take notes if you can, take notes if you want to, I should say, and then use that time to like also catch up on whatever you need to from maybe the day before. I think it's a perfect time to honestly maybe study. I know that I struggle with studying at home. If I don't study outside of my house, then 9 times out of 10 it's not gonna get done. And also studying, one real quick thing I'll say about studying, it's not a one size fits all. Just because your classmates study one way doesn't mean you have to study the same way. You do what works for you. And if you are in pharmacy school at this point, or in grad school or professional school, you already should have like an idea of what your study style is. I was getting to the point last semester where I was just taking exams without even looking at the material beforehand. 0 out of 10 recommend, don't do that. But if you're smart and you can put it together, maybe do that. This is not legal advice. But my point is to just optimize your time. Make sure that you are spending energy on what really needs to be spent energy on. Dealing with heartbreak while in school. Dealing with heartbreak, right? Nobody expects to get dumped. Nobody expects to maybe break up with someone. Like, nobody expects to deal with such a challenge while dealing with one of the most challenging times of your life. No one expects that. But things happen, right? And so My best big sis advice I can give is when it comes to pursuing that post-bachelor education, if you know the person is not someone that can commit to you long term or really fill in that role like they say they're going to, just don't even spend your time dating while you're in pharmacy school. Like, literally, everybody gonna do what they're gonna do, but personally, like, it's just so much better to just focus on everything that's on your plate. Now, if you already, can't tell you what to do what you want to do, but personally, get all your priorities together and done it out the way. Focus on that stuff. When you finish, it will all be there. When you finish, all the other cute little stuff gonna be there. And if that person can't wait for you, then it's not meant to be, because it's a career. Once you become a pharmacist, you're going to have things to do. You know, you're still gonna be pretty busy, but you'll have more stability. And if they don't want to wait for you to finish one of the most accomplishing things of your life, next order of business, what I was saying. So to deal with the actual heartbreak, right? The best thing to do is to make sure that you're optimizing and prioritizing what really needs to be focused on. Once you figure out what you're going to prioritize, because let's be honest, let's be very honest, you're going to be pretty distracted and pretty like sad and heartbroken. When you figure out what exams are coming up and what you want to focus on, the best thing I can say is to break down what you're going through. Maybe journaling helped, therapy. Don't study. Okay, after you get home from school and everything and work, like, give yourself some time to just decompress and do nothing. Give yourself time to just rest. Schedule like 2 hours every day if you can, and just rest and cry and do what you need to do to deal with that heartbreak, so that you can start the next day knowing that you have processed some emotions the previous day, so that it's not just carrying on day by day by day. And then when you finish the semester, when you finish your finals and you kind of get that break, then you can really, really just let it all out. The best, and talk to people, have your support system, speak to your support. This is like the best thing I can tell you. When you are in pharmacy school, have a support system. Have people that you can call on to go to their house so you can hang out, take your mind off of things, whether you're dealing with heartbreak or not. This is just something that everyone should know. Have people that you can go to, talk to, validate you, who really, really know you and know your struggles and what you've been through, and who've been there for you through thick and thin. Yes, go with that. And really make sure that you are processing and dealing with your emotions. Don't just turn it off and put everything into school and work. You will crash and burn. You have to deal with your emotions as they come. Period. 3, the people who you thought were down for you, ride or die, will show their true colors. And again, just let them do that. I spoke about this in the last video about letting people show up how they want to show up. The people who are meant for you, you will know. And the people who are not meant for you, who have been putting on a mask the entire time before you got to this point, they will show you their true colors. If somebody is supportive, they will allow you to focus on school. They will prioritize. They'll support you when you say, hey, I can't do this, or I can't come, or I can't be there for you because I have what I have going on, they will support that and understand. But people who just want to leech off of you will have a problem with you setting boundaries, especially academic ones. They won't even help you either. So that's how you know. And grad school versus undergrad, grad school is so much more different because it's more life focused. Like everybody that's in there, everyone's a little bit older, in their like later 20s, early 30s, even some 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds be in there too. And people have kids, people have marriages. Like it's life, like it's real life. And I will say in undergrad, it's just more like everybody's 18 to 22 or 18 to 24, and everyone's just kind of like figuring things out. And it still gives, it's like post-teenagey, so it's like it's still kind of light and chilling. But grad school is a choice, and that choice, I mean, bachelor's is a choice too, but grad school is more of a choice where more agency is granted because everybody has a lot of other things going on. So they're not going to be on you to get certain things done. It's up to you to manage your time. And if you have people who are just leeching off of you, then they're not for you. Period. Number 4, you will not be the same person that you were when you started. You'll be different. And that is by design. Allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to be transformed. It's important for so many things. Personal development is key. You don't have the luxury of, no, it's not even a luxury, no. What I'm trying to say is you don't have the option of, no, I'm not gonna work on myself. I'm just gonna keep being who I am. I'm just gonna be stagnant. No. It's either going to rip itself from under the rug, or you will see that what you've been doing before and the way you're thinking before is not helping you anymore. And so you're gonna have kind of no choice but to personally develop. Personal development is important for, as a professional, like you need to reflect. You have to, because you have to make sure that you are self-regulating. When you get on the field and you have to deal with technicians, they have things going on left and right. You have phone calls, you have meetings, you have staffing responsibilities, like on top of your personal life. Babe, you will have to self-regulate. And that comes with the territory. So pharmacy school might be really hard at first in terms of making sure that you're adjusting to the schedule and adjusting to all the different things that they have us do, especially the first year. I will say, I don't know how other pharmacy schools are, but for my school and my program, the first year was a lot of busy work and a lot of adjusting your current way of doing things. And I feel at first it really sucked, but honestly, it helped a lot. It helped shape the way I organize and the way I approach each semester. It's really helped, because how do you manage a 60-hour work week? How? With practice and intention, and with, again, that personal development. You know what works for you, and it's not a one-size-fits-all. So everybody has to figure it out. I will say that out of all of my classmates that I frequently talk to and hang out with, we've all changed. We've all changed from from the people that I knew when I was getting my bachelor's versus now, even the people that I just met in pharmacy school. So I've only known them for a year or two. They have changed a lot, and you can just see it in the way someone walks, and the way they carry their face, the way they carry themselves. It's very apparent what's happened, and it's very beautiful, actually. if you have a positive mindset and you have that self-determination, you gonna be alright. You gonna be alright. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, because the imposter syndrome that you're feeling will get smaller and smaller. The more comfortable you are with being tested, the more you'll grow. And for number 6, your career aspirations will change. So make sure that you're staying open-minded, flexible in thought, and you're trying everything and exposing yourself to different areas of pharmacy, different mentors, different people, different rotations. When you do your rotations and stuff, make sure that you advocate for doing things outside of the box. Always think outside of the box. Look into non-traditional pathways and non-traditional roles. Not everybody has to do the same thing. And advocating for exposure in different things is unique. And not everybody gets that luxury. So if your program offers that, it has a lot of people that are available to you to do certain things like that, then definitely go ahead and do it. But keep yourself open. Keep yourself open. My little story is the career path that I want to do. It actually came to me when I was taking an elective. And, you know, they make us take electives. And I was like, I'm so tired of taking electives. Like, we did this in bachelor's. Why do I have to take electives for this class or for this program? And what ended up happening was I took this elective and I wasn't intending to be as engaged as I was. But as each lecture came and then we had our own little projects, I started to really, really gravitate towards it. And I amazed myself. I was like, whoa, this is what I want to do? Okay. And so I'm getting myself exposed in that area now. And it's completely different than what I thought I was going to do as a first year student. And so my reminder is just to, you know, keep yourself open. And that's even just for life. Keep yourself open. Don't tie yourself down to one thing. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Don't do it, babe. Give yourself that luxury. It's a luxury. Trust me. There are so many things. There are so many ways that people can be confined in kind of like a cage. And we have, if you are in pharmacy school, you have the opportunity to try things, getting your feet wet without it being so high stakes. Participate in rotations that challenge you. Make sure that you have a preceptor that really wants you to learn and encourages you to think. Don't participate in rotations that are just going to have you sitting there and not really doing anything, playing on your phone. That's not the point of a rotation. First of all, rotations are being paid for by you. It's in part of your tuition, or they added on summer tuition. So you might as well get the most out of that experience and truly see what life would be like as a pharmacist in whatever field that is. So make sure that you are doing rotations that are going to challenge you to think, because again, that's the only way you're going to grow. And then number 8, the people that you meet will become a part of your network. So make sure that you choose wisely. Utilize LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very, very, very great resource for in school and outside of school, getting a job. Network, and make sure that you are vetting the people that you are networking with. There's only so much we can do, but you know, the people that you talk to frequently in class and stuff, make sure that you're, you know, keeping in contact with them, because you never know who you're going to meet and who you're going to need on this journey. And it's all interconnected. Number 9, bachelor's teaches you how to work, and PharmD or professional school or PhD teaches you how to think. Critically thinking is something that I will say it's easy to learn and it takes a lifetime to master. But critically thinking is something that is so valuable. So valuable in all these things that we do, not even just with work, but with literally everything in life. critically think, ask questions, disrupt the status quo, find, investigate, research everything, whether it's what apartment you want to live in, what side of the country you want to live in, what kind of person you want to spend the rest of your life with. All of these things build on each other. Don't say I never told you nothing. Don't say I never told you anything. Oh, don't say I didn't tell you anything. And then number 10, the very last one, is to enjoy the process. Go ahead and enjoy it. It's a journey to the life that you're building. So taking the mistakes, the rewards, and the people that come to help you along the way. Life is very nuanced. And back to critical thinking really quick, we want to move away from black and white thinking. We have to be able to understand that 2 things can be true at the same time. 3 things can be true at the same time. And when things are nuanced and you can also think nuancedly, you become mature. And you're ready for adulthood. Like, period. Yeah. And so those are 10 things that I wish I knew when I started pharmacy school, but I will say I've acquired them through experience, and experience is the best teacher. So I'm just here sharing this with y'all. And I hope that you loved it. Please let me know your comments down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any experiences that you want to share. Let me know if you're not even in pharmacy school, but you're doing like law school, or you're doing nursing school, or you're doing PA school, MD. Let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you, and I want to hear your takes on these 10 things that I shared with y'all today. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day, Charlie, babe. Bye.